All right, welcome back everyone to another video. You guys really seem to love these little twin or sister videos where you get to pick one deck or the other, and then your reading is either going to be in this video or it's going to be in the one linked in the description. So some of you will get your reading today if you're watching it in real time, and some of you will get it tomorrow if you're watching in real time. I'll set it up as a premiere so you'll be able to see it. You might just have to subscribe to see that reading, because whichever reading or whichever deck you choose will be your reading for today. And if it's not meant for you till tomorrow, then again, you might just have to come back for that one. But it will be very soon. If you're watching this after they've both been published, then congratulations, you'll get yours right on time as you are watching this. So make sure that you subscribe anyway so that you always come back for monthly predictions, videos like this. I always like to do messages from your guides or messages about your love life, career, money, and things like that. So as you are watching, if you're new to this, just go ahead and kind of meditate and see which deck is kind of calling to you. If you feel like you can't decide, then both of them might be for you. But I will tell you in just a moment which deck is the reading for today and which one will be in the video in the description. So if you are watching and you chose this deck, then this is going to be today's reading. If you chose this one, go ahead and click the link in the description. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, so for this deck, let's find out what message you have from your guides for today. Let's see. I always like to just pick one off the top. We actually just picked two. So we've actually got, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. We've got Earth and Earth School. So what this is telling me, let's just go ahead and put these up here at the top to kind of ground our reading. What this is telling me is that lately you've kind of, I think, been questioning your purpose and almost kind of questioning your purpose on Earth. Like, I think you've kind of been like, what am I doing here? What's going on? Like, I'm feeling like you're almost feeling just like a little bit out of place, which is really interesting. And this is saying like learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And this one says life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So if you've kind of been questioning, like, what am I doing? What I'm really getting from these two cards here is that you're kind of ascending to a new level, but it always feels kind of messy in the middle. Let's see what else we've got. We've got celebrate your wins, which I think really quite honestly goes with this quite well, because it kind of, what I'm almost feeling for you is that you're feeling like there's like a series of hiccups that have kind of been going on. If like, maybe not even hiccups, but just like things that have been going a little bit too slow for your taste, a little bit mundane. But I think like celebrating your wins and celebrating the little things that are going on, even if it seems like, you know, nothing big has been going on. To me, almost what I'm getting is like you've been going through life stages like, okay, I'll work on this till I get here, or I'll work on this till I get here. And it almost feels like you're kind of in the middle of something like, what do I do now? And it feels like you kind of need to keep yourself busy, but you're not really sure with what. So I'm sensing like kind of starting a new hobby or meeting some new people, like meeting a new group of people could be something that's really, really good for you here in the near future. This one says manifesting and doing. So I think that maybe you've kind of been thinking about like, what's going to come next for me? Kind of what's going to happen here? Because again, it just feels like you're in kind of like a lull, like an intermediate period. And what's interesting is you've got 49 and 59 here. So it's almost like, yeah, you're kind of like, what this is telling me is that you're in this little phase. It's not going to last forever, although it kind of feels, I think to you, like it might, because you're not sure what's going on. Okay, we've got Creator Alchemy. And this is funny because we've got 59 and 60. And so what I'm sensing here is I'm actually sensing, let's move these up so you can see them a little bit better, is that you're ready to create something a little bit new. And I think like your vibration is, again, ready for that new phase. So I think kind of starting something new, even if you're not sure what you're doing, and this is actually kind of funny because it's kind of connecting to the very first tarot video that I did when I really had no idea what I was doing with YouTube. And I was just like, you know, I feel just kind of called to do this a little bit, but I didn't really know what I was doing at all. I just pretended as if I did. So that was like manifesting and doing. This is making me feel like you just need to start something. And even if it's not the right thing, it's going to lead you to the right thing. We've got sacred flow of yes. We've got this little fish on here. I always say if you see animals, like this one has a little rooster or chicken, and this one has a little fish. And what's funny about this imagery too with the rooster and chicken is almost like in this earth thing, she's like in a little cocoon, like a little egg, like she's like growing and learning inside this little egg cocoon. And you've got the sun here. So it's like you really need to kind of spread your rays, spread your wings, and be able to say yes and kind of be in the flow of something. Because it really feels like I'm really getting the feeling of almost like mud or like putty, like you're stuck somewhere and you're not really sure what to do next. But I think just saying yes to something and just starting it, again, like I said, even if it's not the exact right thing for you right now. Oh my gosh, I just found a Light Seers card like tucked up underneath this, which maybe it means we need it, because this is not the Light Seers deck. This is actually the Soul's Creator deck, but we just had a Light Seers in here, which is kind of funny. So what I'm seeing here is this might be a collaboration of other people, or maybe other people have been encouraging you to do this thing and they're like, oh man, like I would love it if you did this, and you've kind of been doubting yourself a little bit. Let's go ahead and move on to Light Seers actually, so we can kind of get that for you and get that deck out and kind of get some more guidance on maybe what that thing is that you need to just say yes to, the thing you need to start. Let's see kind of what comes out here, because I'm sensing it's like, yeah, just feeling a little bored, like you want to do something, but you're not sure if you should. Okay, this just came out. Okay, so this is really funny because what this tells me is, again, you're not really sure if this thing that you should be doing is right for you. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this and it's going really well. And then sometimes you're like, no, like that's just too much work, or like it's not the right thing, or I don't have time, or I'm not going to make money from it. It could even be a person, but it's almost feeling just like, yeah, like some indecision, like you're weighing your options here. So funny with the Seven of Cups. So what I'm seeing with the Seven of Cups is that you're like, again, this is really signaling a lot of spiritual growth, and just some contemplation. You can see in this imagery, even, this person is kind of questioning their options, and they've got a bunch of different things that they're kind of considering, but they haven't quite chosen one yet. So I think it's kind of your time, like even again, like I've been saying, I think I said this like 3 times, even if it's not the exact thing that you need, it's what you are going to be kind of bringing out at this time is going to take you into your higher purpose and everything. So we've got 9 of Pentacles, which shows me that you have been thinking about this for quite a while, and it's something that has kind of been in there. And you've actually, like, I think it deals with your emotions. It's actually going to help you kind of be, it's like a conduit for your emotions, actually, this new venture, this person, this idea, this place. I'm really curious about what this is. So let me know definitely in the comments if this is resonating for you, if you are feeling kind of stuck, if you have a certain idea that you kind of haven't let out yet, but you've been thinking about. Let me know, because I'm definitely quite curious about this. I'm feeling Mystic Mondays. Let's go with Mystic Mondays to get some more messages for you here about how we can kind of get you unstuck and kind of what's going on, get some details. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, okay, we've got 3 of Wands, which really shows me that this is going to improve your self-expression and your development. Like this is a necessary stepping stone, and this just kind of confirms everything I've been saying. Like this contemplation is going to take you along your next journey, so you won't feel like quite as stuck. But what's funny is you can even see like in between these pillars in this imagery, and there's always a reason for me to switch decks too, just in case you aren't super familiar with tarot. What's funny is a friend of mine, whenever she reads for me, she'll kind of feel called to one deck or another, and she's like, oh, we have to switch, because sometimes certain imagery is really meant for you, because it's meant to kind of bring a certain thing in, or you'll resonate with a certain image more than you would have, even if I pulled, like, for example, the same exact card in a different deck. The imagery is always meant for you and always is really helpful. So then what's funny is we have more wands. We have the 5 of Wands, which does kind of signal some instability, some stress. So what I'm getting is that you might be concerned to follow this idea or this project or whatever you've been kind of thinking about. This change is going to kind of bring about some instability that you may not feel like you're ready for, but change always does, right? whenever you're creating something, whenever you're manifesting something, whenever you're learning something, because remember your first 2 cards were really about like learning on earth and kind of enjoying this earthly experience, or sometimes not. Sometimes this earthly experience is a little bit crazy and stressful, and that's kind of part of the point, right? So even if it feels like you're a little bit afraid to kind of take these jumps because you're afraid of the conflict or the stress that it might bring into your life, we're getting a clear message that you need to be strong in your decisions and strong in what you're doing. And again, here we got a tiger. We had a little bird up here, kind of like our bird message at the top. And what's in this one, we almost look like we have like a bat wing or something too, just we're looking at the animal imagery. And we've got the moon. So you have been kind of contemplating this. You've really been thinking about it. And it's almost like one or the other, and whether or not, what's funny is you've got the wheel here and you've got the moon, which really shows me that this is something that you're like, oh, I could do this or this. But you know what I'm really sensing here is I'm sensing this is something you've been thinking about, where it's like, I either have to do this or this, and it's like all or nothing. But what I'm getting here is like, I think you can even combine things. Like you can even kind of, like you're thinking like, oh, I could do this or I could do this, but I'm sensing like there may be a way to combine these things to kind of help you a little bit. Because what I'm getting is like, it's been really weighing on you and it's really been quite heavy. And the 10 of Wands also shows me like, you're ready to start this. Oh my goodness. We have so many wands. We have the 10 of Wands and we have the 6 of Wands that just kind of came out at the same time. And it shows me that once you kind of let go of whatever this is that's kind of breaking your back, like you feel like Atlas, like you have to carry the world on your shoulders. Once you kind of get rid of that and you kind of learn to enjoy it, then the 6 of Wands shows me that this is going to kind of really bring you like the contentment, the harmony, everything that you're looking for, and actually might even bring more community into your life. Like we had the 3 of Cups, which kind of signals like a community or friendship. It's showing me that it's going to bring the right people into your life. So just, I think overall what we've got with this message right here is learning that you don't have to do everything, but you can do more than what you're currently doing. Like you can follow that hobby, that thing you're thinking about. I don't know what it is. I feel like this is meant for certain people quite strongly. And if this message is not resonating with you, then feel free to watch the other video or pick a different one altogether. Because I've kind of been asking that my messages really reach who they're meant to reach. And they're going to resonate more with certain people than others. So not every video might be meant for you. Not every message might be meant for you. But if you're resonating at all with this, then I think that you kind of know what's going on. I'd love to hear about it in the comments, or just give it a like. If you don't want to tell everybody, you can just like this video and let me know that it resonated. I'm wondering if this is kind of like, if we need anything else from this reading, because it was a pretty clear, specific message. Let me just see if anything comes out in this deck, just because I'm curious. Does group 1 need to know anything else? Oop, okay. We did have this one go out. Ooh, nothing is yet set in stone. So it's almost like if you have been like, oh, I've like missed my opportunity to do this thing. I've missed my window. Like I should have done it when I had the chance, but now I don't have the time or the money or like the people or something like that. The resources I'm feeling, then don't worry about that. And a win-win outcome is in the forecast. So if this is something to do with like helping others or like something that others could benefit from, like this idea, this project, just know that it really is going to help other people and prosperity lies ahead. So I really don't think you could get a better message than that to just kind of help you to feel like you can achieve whatever it is that you are thinking of. So I hope group 1 that you enjoyed this message. Definitely subscribe, give it a like if it resonated. Let me know in the comments. I always like connecting with you guys, and definitely come back for more videos. I'm trying to do one at least once a week. So I will see you very soon. And group number 1, I hope that this kind of gave you exactly the message that you needed. So thanks for letting me do this reading, and I'll see you later. Bye.